The Knicks postgame show is brought to you by Tri-State Audi. Visit your Tri-State area Audi dealer today. Great win for the Knicks here, wrapping up their 4-game road trip as they beat the Blazers 123-107. Bill Pito here on the court. Great to have you with us. The Knicks at one point early in the second quarter were down 36-20. From that point until the end of the game, the Knicks outscored the Blazers 103-71. And the key was the third quarter, when the Knicks outscored the Blazers 42-26. 42 points for the Knicks in the third quarter, their best third quarter of the entire season. Emmanuel quickly was great in that third quarter with 14 of his 26 points. But the headline tonight, as we began the coverage, was the return of Josh Hart to Portland. And Josh Hart tonight was as good as he has been for his entire run here as a Knick. He was absolutely fantastic. King, the second unit, with 16 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists, and 3 steals. And with Hart now in a Knicks uniform, the Knicks have gone 11-3. And with Hart helping lead the way, the Knicks bench outscored the Blazers bench 45-12. 45-12 was the Knicks' advantage off the bench. And one of the main reasons for that, a career night for Deuce McBride. McBride was really good against the Lakers, but he has never been as good as he was tonight, at least in terms of scoring, as he went for a career-high 18 points. So when McBride does this, obviously it's a whole nother dimension, and he's getting the playing time because Jalen Brunson missed another game with a sore left foot. So you get 18 points from McBride, 4 out of 5 from downtown, 3 assists and 2 blocks, and that's been the big difference for him lately, has been his improvement shooting the basketball. You've talked a lot about the fact that when he was in the G League, he shot really well from deep. He's starting to do that now on the NBA level. Emmanuel quickly starting again for Jalen Brunson and putting together another great game as a starter as he goes for 26 points and 10 rebounds. Randall 24, Barrett 22. We talked about McBride and Hart. Don't forget about Obi Toppin's 11. Over now to the guys who called it for you tonight, Mike Breen and Alan Hahn. Guys.
Yeah, Billy, you're right. And you look at so many different players, and that's what makes these kind of victories so important for a team, because everybody contributed. And it was one of those games, Alan, where first half, looking at the numbers in the first half, Knicks shot 36% from the field. They seemed like they were stuck in mud, but they were fighting at least. Second half, they shoot 69%. We thought it was going to be a grinded-out game. They just dominated in the second half.
Yeah, and you give credit again to the bench of this team and what it has become. And you know, again, Josh Hart's impact when he showed up, but it almost seemed to unlock everything else. Obi Toppin had a really good game here. Obviously, Deuce McBride and what he was able to do coming into this game. But when the Knick bench comes into games early second quarter and obviously start of the fourth quarter, they are a difference maker. And if the starters give them a lead, they create separation, and that's exactly what happened tonight.
Now, remember, one of the key members of the Knicks bench has been starting. Jalen Brunson missing his 3rd straight game, 5 of the last 6. But he starts, and you look at some of the wins that they've had with Brunson out. The win in Boston, the win in L.A. the other night, and the win here tonight in Portland. All 3 of those games quickly it just shows you the different type of player he is this year from what he was in the past. So aggressive, so confident at both ends of the floor.
Raising his game, and that's what you're looking for from a player, a young player, as he continues to develop. And early on wasn't in attack mode. And then all the Knick players started realizing, okay, we've got to get to the paint against this team. And eventually the defense softens up, and then the 3-ball becomes more available. And you find rhythm simply by continuing with that aggressive mentality, and you don't let the frustration of early misses stop you from continuing to shoot. And we know Quickly can shoot. And he's another player. You know, you look at a lot of these young Knick players that are impactful right now. They're Tom Thibodeau players. These are draft picks that he has developed over the last couple of seasons that are now emerging. And Emmanuel Quickly is certainly one of them. He's always been in his corner from the start. He always would say when he struggled with his shooting, I know he can shoot, I've seen it, and he wants him to keep bringing the defense. But you see Quickly, you see Obi Toppin, and you see Deuce McBride and what he's able to do. It's the patience that the coaching staff has showed with these young players. Bring them along, and boy, at the end of the season when you need them most, they're starting to step up.
And Quickly, he played 34 minutes, and again had the 26 and 10, only 1 turnover in 34 minutes. But that's the beauty of Josh Hart. You've got multiple guys on the team who play well with the ball, play off the ball. Quickly and Hart are 2 of those guys that they're comfortable at both ends. And it just makes the difference, especially when the opponent's defense picks up the intensity. It's impressive to see how connected they are to Hart in such a short time.
The dog mentality, and that's what Josh talked about that when he first came to the Knicks. Somebody said, "Describe your game." He said, "I'm a dog. I mean, that's how I play." And it's funny how lazy players might beget other lazy players. Players who play hard, everybody else sort of follows that guy. It's again that phrase, the force multiplier. Somebody that comes in and has that impact that resonates with the players around him. He's just one of those guys.
And you see how much fun they're playing with each other. As Tom Thibodeau has said, winning is more fun than fun is fun. And that's been the case for the Knicks recently. Speaking of Coach Thibodeau, we'll hear from him after another important victory for the Knicks. All these games so important for the Knicks, and they're now all alone in 5th place in the Eastern Conference.